One suggestion that I do have for the finding the student that's on your caseload or that is on in some way that you serve this child through special education or through the gifted program or some way, and you need that ID number. Our school has actually gone back in and they have added another section in through the tunnel, and it's got all my students that are on my caseload on there, so I don't have to worry about it, and it's updated really fast for us.
Because we have run into that issue, especially last year. I'm the 7th grade team leader, and trying to do failure letters. We have to have placement meetings at the end of the year for anyone who is in danger of not passing, and to get information on a child that I didn't teach, to do that information, it was very hard. I had to go find somebody that did teach them, then look it up through them. So it was difficult. So that will make it much, much easier and much more beneficial to everybody.
If I didn't have LDS right now, it would be a lot more difficult as a teacher to figure out where my students are the first day of school. Now, on the first day of school this year, I already knew immediately where my kids' Lexile scores were and where their CRCT scores were from last year. Then, if I wanted to know beyond last year, okay, is math an area of concern for 4 years in a row? Oh, yes, it is. Or did he or she drop from a score of 850 to a 750 in 1 year? What happened in 1 year? And sometimes that tells me stuff that they're having problems at home, or maybe, there was an illness last year with this student. It can tell you a lot more that you didn't know prior to the first day of school or in the first week of school.
Yeah. And I find more benefit with it weeks into school. Like, I like to get to know the kids a little bit first, and then if I'm having problems with them, it gives me a chance to go back and see if they had previous problems also. And the previous years is a big help too.
Well, and that they have information on the tunnel that isn't always included in the permanent record. Plus, if you have 80 kids, I mean, it's a very time-consuming to have to look through all those permanent records.
Oh, we used to have to just throw every topic at the kid to review for the retest, as opposed to with the tunnel, we can tailor it each individual to what they need more help with. What are their weaknesses? We know that now.
Is that good for you?
It is. One of the things that I've been working on since the beginning of the year, our very first unit in Common Core, is a lot of the decimals, fractions, the number sense kind of questions. And I've been spending a tremendous amount of time on this, but yet when I was looking at my students from last year, most of them passed the CRCT. So then I went in and went to the breakdown, and number sense was the weakness on all of them. Even though they passed the CRCT, they were 20 and 30% under number sense, which explains why I'm having to spend so much time at the beginning of the year catching them up on that. They knew probability, they knew measurement, they knew geometry, algebra even they passed. But the number sense, which to me that's the most basic thing, and they've got to have that to move forward into the higher level, was a weakness. So I've gone back and spent a lot of extra time on that.